Hey there, this is Peacekeeperalex and the Psychic Wargamers. This is going to be the Psychic Wargamers stream number 60, and this is going to be the Psychic Wargamers Yellow Turban Rebellion campaign Let's Play number 45. Total War of Three Kingdoms. Let's carry on where we left off last time. So we're going to be sieging Donglai this episode, and we are also going to probably be sieging Chang'an Jade Mine, as well as Chen Livestock Farm. Chen we used to own, and then the Kingdom of Wei snapped it up from us, and Kongrong we had been trying to vanquish now for like the past 20, 30, 40 episodes, something like that. For like the past 30 episodes, something similar, and we finally got him cornered. And then Liu Bei as well. We can see an army of Liu Bei who seemingly has no city, who we thought was vanquished. We ended up finding an army, Gong Lan Shu, of Liu Bei. So we're gonna definitely try and figure that one out. Which I don't think we can move. We're gonna have to wait till next turn. Characters. Got some characters to upgrade.
The crowds are small, but there are people here.
Here we go with tranquility. Peace is the natural state, all else is transitory. Give some followers. Nope. Non-equipable, non-equipable. So can't do anything there. Hua Quo. So, insight, plus 5 expertise, plus 3 authority, plus 2 enlightenment, plus 15% research rate, plus 10% ranged block chance. There is more in the sea that can be glimpsed on the surface. Oh.
To arms!
I think we're going to attack Chen. I think we're going to do Chen first. And it's a slam home. It's 3,761 and 6,196 from Yi attacking Kingdom of Wei, which is housing 4,933. Siege of Chen Livestock Farm. Start battle.
I will not waver from this path. In victory, our ambitions are realized. Let us go!
I am a psychic medium. I am able to discern spirits in multiple capacities. And one of the things I've been able to do, actually, in regards to my spiritualist pursuits, one of the things is loving every day. Learning how to create love out of the heart center. And I think that loving while gaming, that there's something about it. There's something that reminds me of Total War Three Kingdoms. There's a certain kind of spirit in regards to it that reminds me of such endeavors. And yeah, I think that loving every day and creating love out of your emotion areas is important, and doing so while gaming, I think it can be really, really beneficial. And I'm wondering kind of what it lends towards in regards to some of the gameplay itself. I'm wondering if there is such a machinism in the spirit. And I'll run down my armies here. We got 4 units of Holy Arrow Archers. 2 units Yellow Turban Warriors, another 2 units Yellow Turban Warriors, also some Yellow Turban Spearmen, got People's Warband, 2 units, got some Peasant Warriors, 2 units, 2 units of Peasant Spearmen, and 2 units Peasant Archers. We also have 2 supporting armies that are going to hit the field. Start battle. Well, it's an open channeling spirit saying that, yeah, there is certain kind of gaming mechanics where when you love and while gaming, that it does affect the gameplay in a certain manner, whether that's in regards to Total War Three Kingdoms or not. There is certain kind of mods, is what someone said, but there's also other things too. It does lend towards certain kind of things naturally in regards when you love while gaming, and that is the case. Very cool. And here we can see the enemy. He has 2 armies on the field. He has a lot. Mounted Saber Militia, 3 units. 2 units Xiangling Cavalry, got that Spear Cav. We also got some Spear Warriors, Spear Guards, Lankai Spearmen. 2 units for Lankai Spearmen. You can see the different styles of spears. It's a bit saturated. I'm gonna go to options here. Graphics, just change it up. I think gamma 50%. I think brightness we can lower down a bit. 40. Confirm. Much better. That is. There we go. Right on the mark. We also got Giant Infantry. 3 units. We got Giant Infantry Captain. 2 units. More Giant Militia. Again, a lot of halberds. We got some crossbows. 2 crossbows and some archers. Regular archers. We got some of that heavy halberds as well, right off the right flank. You can see Lankai Swordsmen and another 2 units of 1 glaive, 1 sword, and another 3 units of spears on the right flank. My armies are all arriving here near from the north, as well as the east, northeast. So we're going to have 3 armies right next to each other. And there's a retinue that did come from one of the reinforcing armies, and another 2 retinue that came from the other one. I'm going to march them over here. The other 3 retinues that hit the field from my side, Bringers of Righteousness, Heavy Glaive and Bow Infantry. We got 2 units of them. We got more Yellow Turban Warriors, Color Me Surprised, another 6 units. We got some Archery Masters, 2 units. We got another 2 units Bringers of Righteousness, as well as some Sacred Garden Watch, Yusha, and some Faith Preservers, 2 units apiece, and then just 1 unit.
Shut up and die!
You can see here that the enemy is lining up into a long, long line, and he's not moving. He's staying in a defensive stance. I'm sort of a little bit off kilter here. He's kind of facing a little bit to my right flank, but I kind of want to situate, so I'll definitely situate that while we wait. Go to this tree line.
Steel yourself! Go! Go! Ahead! Double time! Take heed, warriors! Quick march! Spearmen, stand ready! Move out quickly!
And we got our archers, of course.
Ahead! To attention!
Decent amount of archers.
Bowman, stand ready! Arrows!
Get all the bows grouped together in one group. That would be decent. Got some glaive, that-ish. Yeah, we got a fairly good amount. Got 13 bows.
Quick march!
We got 4 generals on the field, as well as Yellow Turban Spearman Captain and Yellow Turban Warriors Captain as well. And I'm kind of just mustering my forces to get into a single unit, getting that 1 retinue on the right flank and 2 retinues on the left flank over here.
At the ready.
We do have some cav, Jaitsi Raiders, Heavy Sword Cavalry, so that's good to see.
Swordsmen ready! The time has come! Go! Go! Ready! Ready! Spears to hand! With speed!
You cannot survive!
You belittle yourself with your words.
Faster! Make haste!
Prepare.
go. They're starting to move. The enemy, other lines are maneuvering. You can see because I went a little too close here on the right flank. I moved up with a single retinue. That's going to have to fend for itself here a bit, unless I maneuver some of my lines. And I think I am going to do that. So you can see I'm going to maneuver some of my center to the right flank to lend some support if they get too close. And then we're going to shift the entire lines, I think.
To attention, spearmen! Spears! At the ready! Take heed,
Over
warriors!
to the right. Shifts for that single line.
Archers, prepare! Faster! For China! Attend me, spearmen! Take heed, warriors! Hurry! Make haste! Move out quickly!
So you can see here the cavalry charges from the enemy, mounted saber militia charging towards the Jaitsi raiders and shifting two of their cavalry units away, leaving this cavalry clash that's going to happen right up to the left flank. You can see a cavalry charge right into the side of some Gold Turban warriors trying to help, as well as...
Ha! It is fun to watch you improve. Oh, shut up!
Stand ready!
I'm going to put on slow motion right over here. You can see
The enemy
6 units of the
unit
enemy right
flees.
next door. Lankai
What
Spearmen, 3
cowards!
spear units, 2 halberds, and a sword approaching 3 of my units as well. Again, off to the left flank, Yellow Turban Spearmen, as well as Yellow Turban Warriors. You can see the lines of the enemy here moving towards the front line, the center. Again, multiple units. You can see 4 halberd units, 2 swords, 3 spears, and another halberd unit as well. And the generals approaching behind. Their archers are way behind, so they're kind of tree line that they're just traversing past, about to hit my lines. Right flank retinue, they didn't really decide to attack that much, so we're going to shift and try and attack them on the sides with that retinue from the right flank. Again, 3 generals I have over here, and I'm going to try and attack their generals with them. See a lot of bow fire here happening right in the center, hitting a pocket of the enemy. I do have a lot of bowmen, 13 units, and they haven't been able to position their bowmen yet to be able to hit us, so a lot of the enemy here taking some bow fire. Their lines are clashing and have met with our forces. You can see all across our front line here. Yellow Turban Warriors, Yellow Turban Spearman Captain, Yellow Turban Warriors, Peasant Warriors, all across the line, your People's Warband, clashing with Lankai Swordsmen for the enemy. Lankai Swordsmen against Peasant Spearman unit. They got some Spear Warriors taking on Yellow Turban Warriors unit. Peasant Warriors again trying to take on some heavy Yangtze Jai infantry. And then you see some Yellow Turban Warriors and Peasant Warriors trying to attack a Jai Militia Light Halberd. And right off to the left flank, you can see more clashes happening. And Cavalry. Cavalry getting rescued by 2 units of Yellow Turban Warriors and Yellow Turban Warriors Captain, sandwiching this enemy cav, 2 enemy cav in the mix here, while the Jaitsi Raiders hold off another 2, and they're slightly losing. So we're going to actually shift one of these Yellow Turban Warrior units that had surrounded to try and help those 2 cav units out on the left, off to the left flank. Right flank, again, we're attacking the enemy right from the flank, and it seems like it's going to work out. You can see my 2 generals tying up some spear warriors, which I'm going to send 2 of my units to attack them right from behind, and then right off to the flank, we're going to attack the spear guards unit right on the right flank. See the enemy general here right in the mix too. Kujai, Vanguard, Fox in the henhouse. He's even got the red attire. And except that the hens have heavy glaive weapons. So I don't know what to tell you about it. The Bringers of Righteousness, it's one of those ones where they got the glaive and are able to defend themselves fairly well from cavalry especially. I'm going to put it on regular speed. See the enemy bowmen finally hitting the right flank here, causing a couple of my units, one of them anyhow, to retreat, and another one that's desperately in need of some help, with 29 men within the unit. You can see my generals chasing off some of those archers, and I got some spearmen coming up from behind trying to take out one of those repeating crossbow units. Right off the right flank, again, enemies surrounded, fighting fiercely here. Got some spearmen, I think spear guards. Protectors of Heaven, spear guards, surrounded by Yellow Turban Warrior units. And getting attacked from behind by some axe units. The enemy in desperate need of some help on the right flank. You can see the generals battling it out in the open field as well too, circling each other. Hu Ping Shu against Yang Shanshu and Wu Zhen. One of them about to, Shanshu about to retreat, bowfire firing upon the enemy generals. And the Fox is out of the henhouse. Kujai finally getting chased away by the glaive unit. Chased right into one of our lines on the left flank. Yellow Turban Warriors taking on some giant infantry. A lot of blood on the ground. Surrounded, getting slammed by the flank. My Bringers of Righteousness and Yellow Turban Warriors, the left flank now of the enemy, fairly embattled. And then the repeating crossbow support that they had getting attacked right behind by some spearmen. And of course the cavalry battle remains still happening, and it looks like our cavalry is in dire need of some help. We're going to send 2 units over to the left flank. Jaitsi Raiders here losing hope, as well as a Yellow Turban Warrior unit. 2 units of Xiangling cavalry, medium spear, causing problems.
The enemy warriors are running. Ha!
And all across the line here, you can see the enemy folding here and there, chipped away.
Our warriors run, craven dogs.
Lot of blood, a lot of
The
gore.
men are out of ammunition.
You can see here right off the right flank, just the amount of blood on the ground. It's just a lot of bodies. And the enemy looks like they are making headway into this.
The enemy general falls! Ha!
In regards to the center of that right flank, I'm going to send in some archers to try and help. And you can see here the Holy Turban Warriors, Holy Arrow Archers, Batman, they're running away. So it was the Yellow Turban Warriors unit that was running away, and it was also Peasant Archers as well. And then we're going to send Archery Masters to help in the light bow infantry that's left standing there to hold the bag against this heavy halberd infantry. Right off the right flank, it's just this a lot of blood on the fields.
Our success looms large.
You can see here that we did end up sending in those yellow turban warrior units to try and help the cavalry off to the left flank, and successfully sending them running. With our Jaitsi Raiders still alive. Oh, and a cavalry charge from the enemy coming back again, recorrecting. And they end up having to deal with it. Enemy cavalry in trouble on the left flank, and again, right next door, you can see the enemy starting to waver. Lankai Swordsmen and Lankai Spearmen under the weight of the left flank from my men here. Vanquishing the foe. Red and yellow. And that one retinue ended up losing quite a few.
Look, the enemy run! Craven!
You can see some bowmen left in the distance. They're now retreating as well, leaving Defenders of Earth medium bow infantry, which are really deadly, as you can see here. Firecrackers hitting those three those 3 units chasing this giant militia. Defenders of Earth bowmen. It's like they attach dynamite to their arrows. Something like that. Of course, now they're getting chased, Defenders of Earth medium bow, by the peasant archers. And it's sent after them, almost catching up. Sharp swords glimmering in the sunlight. And there we go, near the last of the frontline battles here off to the right flank. Enemy retreating. Axemen prevailed. Last of the Jaitsi Raiders. 5 men out of 2 units survived. seems to be that last bowman unit that is stopping the victory from happening. We're going to put this on slow motion. And we're going to take a look at survey the battlefield. Fierce battle all across the map.
Ready yourself.
Bowman finally caught here. Defender's Earth just to try and retreat.
The enemy unit flees!
There we go.
What
Victory.
cowards!
Claim victory. Pirate victory and battle. I don't know if that should be considered a pirate victory. I think that's a decisive. We still had another
Your
3
war has
retinues
brought you
out on
to
the field.
very gates
So.
of your enemy. Behind their walls, they steel themselves against your armies. They cannot hold out forever. Yet an assault may be costly
We
if not
won
swift.
with integrity.
Yet wait too
Now
long,
let us celebrate
and
with abandon.
Xu Rutsen, character capture and release.
Let the captives go.
9,957 deployed, 3,498 lost, 6,459 remaining. Enemy captured 821. 4,933 deployed. For Kingdom of Way, 4,933 lost. Occupied 8 wounded. Close victory. That's much better. There we go. It was a close victory.
It is ours by
Let's say
right.
Pocket first. So we ended up capturing Chen, and we're going to heal up those 3 armies. And one of the things we're going to do here, we're going to
Unify
intern.
in one direction.
Yeah, I think we're going to intern. And you can see the cluster of forces from Cao Cao. 3 armies. Right outside one of the armies, Yuan Shu, which he's also at war with. And it looks like he's about to traverse on Lu Yang, either Gongdu territory or the Yuan Shu territory. It's either going to be the lumberyard or the small regional city. And right over off in the distance, you can see multiple forces, Kingdom of Song, eyeballing. Zhang Yan are looking at each other from across the river in regards to some of it. I think it's the Yellow River. Of course, you have Yuan Shao. Yeah, he did end up traversing and taking Yi, one of the territories. So he's still traversing Kingdom of Song, and he's to the north of us. And from Taishan, I want to do something about it, but I'm kind of waiting for Donglai to be taken. And once that's taken, we take these 2 armies and we bring them over to Taishan, and then we start moving through. We take Taishan trade port, we take Pingyuan salt mine, we take Pingyuan regional city, and then we've secured a part of the north by way of that. And Kingdom of Song is, once those 2 are captured, once those 3 are captured, or is it Taishan? We're at war with this? Gongsun-Zan? Yes. So one of the cities is Gongsun-Zan. It might be one of his only cities remaining because he doesn't have too much territory. So one foul swoop, and then there's only a handful of territories left for the Kingdom of Song, which we've been at war with for the past 20 episodes. Again, it was that Liu Bei and Kingdom of Song Alliance. What's his name here? Try to find him. Yeah, Yuan Shao. Liu Bei and Yuan Shao Alliance, along with Kongrong, who is now in trouble. We're gonna end turn here. And He Yi, my forces here, ends up getting attacked. It's going to be 1872 with reinforcing 795 against 2,883. It predicts a close victory. Battle of Pencheng Regional City. We're going to start battle. So Liu Bei sends a champion, Gong Lan Shu, to take out Jianpu and Huang Shao, which Huang Shao is now an old man with a walking stick. 70-something. War. So it's going to be interesting to see. And he is reinforcing. I think we're going to do some defense work here. We're going to station. We got some deployables. These deployables. And a watchtower. Start battle. We got 3 retinues, a bit beat up. That's for certain. And then we got a couple retinues reinforcing that are also beaten up and missing certain kind of units. Got like 2 or 3 units per general, if that. Yeah, per general. So we're gonna try and muster up enough strength to try and stave this army. I think it's, I don't know if it's full strength to a certain degree.
Ready! Quick march! March quickly!
See the enemy army here approaching into the forest. It seems like it's going to be a forest battle. We've lined up against hiding behind some wooden stakes, some oil spill. We do have some units here. Is it 2 yellow turban warrior units? Something. We're going to deploy some spikes. Some spiky bits.
Fight! For China! No mercy! For the cause! Strike them down! Strike! Attack! Battle! At them! Show them justice!
To attention!
Strike them down! Bowman, stand ready!
So we got 5 bow units to work with.
Quick march!
4 yellow turban archers, 1 man in the forest. Yellow turban warriors, we have I think 8 units to work with.
Prepare! Into formation! Rise together!
See the enemy traversing to the right side, trying to flank us. We're going to have to put up a right flank guard.
Stand ready!
Steel yourselves!
Attend!
At the ready! To attention! The time has come! Run!
Make ready! Double time! Into formation! Faster!
See arrows starting to hit here from the enemy as they approach on the right flank.
Rise up! Show them justice! The time has come! No mercy!
Our men are spotted!
It's going to be a close call by the time this supporting retinue gets to the right flank to be able to hold off.
Take heed, warriors!
Prepare!
Take heed!
And we don't have knowledge of the body, sadly. Maybe one of the generals would have that healing up buff to be able to heal the generals. You can see they're being a bit upsetting. Here we go. Large charge here. Some spearmen coming out of the forest. You can see arrows hitting us, and now our arrows are firing back on them. Hit that oil spill.
Peasant infantry!
The oil spill's not going to be lit in time, I don't think.
Make ready!
We'll hit it ourselves here. The enemy just passing over that oil spill. And it gets lit. And there we go. Half the unit here now. Killing with some
Our men
flames.
have been discovered!
We're going to send the generals in.
Stand
Or at
ready!
least some of them. The healed up ones. I think we're going to leave Guang Shao because he
At
doesn't
the
have a lot of
ready!
health
Make ready!
at all.
To battle!
It seems one small unit here trying to hold the line. But we did get that reinforcement on the right flank.
Weapons ready!
We'll put on some slow motion here and run down the enemy army compound in the middle of it. They got some axe band as well as some saber militia that are wavering currently. They got some Xu veterans, 2 units that is attacking right off to the right side. That kind of in this like half triangle position, and right on that right side of that triangle is getting attacked. See some Yanyadao infantry. You got some axe warriors. You got 2 generals approaching here. Zuozi, Zulan, and Hanfu. They have a decent amount of archers that have been firing upon Yi archers, archer militia. They got some, I was saying, 2 units apiece of that, and then they also got the archer militia up front. And 1 more archer unit as well, archer militia over into the front side of it. We're going to reposition some of our troops here, move that half triangle position, make it more into an L shape, bring back half of the front line and put it right off to the right side to shore up against some of the enemy. I can see the generals meeting in combat amongst the enemy lines.
Our hidden men have been seen!
And spearmen breaking through our lines here and attacking us from behind. We're going to send 2 of our generals to deal with some of this. There we go. Look at that. Power buff. The enemy spearman unit getting trapped behind our lines as I shifted out of that position. I initially thought the enemy would be. they end up attacking the right flank, so we end up shifting more units to the right.
Enemy unit, please!
Off.
What cowards!
See how this peasant spearman unit being attacked on either side. Wedge of the enemy. See flames in the distance from the fire pit.
The enemy
Trees going on fire here. Barely.
Swordsman! Attack! The
It looks like
time
the
has
flames
come!
finally went out. The trees survived.
Do not relent! The time has come!
I will avenge my past defeats.
The balance of power
I
shifted
will
in my favor
crush
here.
you for
Way
this
off to the right
insult.
flank. Immediate some Nansong infantry. Trying to take out some military warrior units with shields. They're just like walking right into them. They're not even trying to like run right past this unit and go right around it. And then they decide to start attacking. And now they're fleeing. What a battle.
Steel yourself. The man has no ammunition. Draw your weapon.
Take heed, warriors! Charge! Move out quickly! Fight!
The enemy unit flees. What cowards!
Steel yourselves!
So all across the lines here, the enemy trying to push through, but unable to fully. Ended up retreating here and there, sporadically. And then one last offensive right off to the right flank. We ended up pushing past and going on the offensive, which
Your
put them on
words are as
flat-footed.
pathetic as you are!
they sent in their archers as well. And they did already enough damage by way of the arrows, but now they are wavering. Units here on the right flank. And this pocket of units, Yellow Turban Warrior, is right off to the right flank, taking out two of the units with the enemy general in the mix. Is that what that is? Yeah, it is, with the enemy general in the mix. Two enemy generals in the mix. And two of the enemy units that were fighting them ended up retreating, leaving the two generals there to deal with them. And that is what I'm doing right now, sending back my generals to try and take those generals out on the right flank. All across the line here, the enemy is retreating. That position worked. A couple generals left.
Ready! Go, go, go!
And a small, compacted battle in the forest.
Look! The enemy run! Craven!
archer tower is still standing.
Die well! Do you ever stop talking?
Our men have no ammunition! They cannot fire!
To attention, archers!
Victory, close victory. Yeah, their archer's doing really well. Specifically, one of the archer units, the Yi archers, 118. On my side, the Wiltshire spearmen and peasant spearmen's doing pretty nifty as well.
Righteousness
So
won today.
2,167 deployed, 1,264 lost, 1,402 remaining, 291 enemy captured, 2,883 deployed by Liu Bei, 2,322 lost, 561 remaining recruit. I think we'll be able to approach that army next turn, and we'll be able to vanquish. And not good. It looks like Gongsun Zan is moving out an army here, and he's probably going to try and take Bai Hai. I do have that army in Taishan to be able to defend with, but if he attacks before I can get there and move him, might be the difference. It's almost as if he sensed Kong Rong's doom. Go on the offensive. Jiangxia, King of Wei attacks. 90 deployed against 1157. We're going to retreat, but might not be enough. Oh, he does. So He ends up sallying forth, and that doesn't end up including the other army. So I'm going to retreat here.
Stand down!
And he ends up leaving it, but this next turn we're going to be able to attack. 2 armies against 1. Exquisite weapon. You are brought an item wrapped in cloth, a gift from one of the masters of your arsenal. Pulling away its drapery, you find yourself gazing upon a weapon of exquisite craftsmanship. Such an armament, clearly made by one of considerable skill, is an offering you would be foolish not to accept. He gains weapon. Chang'an over to the west. And we're still sending 2 forces over there.
Resist corruption.
And they're going to get near there, that's for certain.
For China.
Turn after this, we should be able to siege. I think the 1 army would actually do. And when that happens, and there's actually another army we have to deal with as well. We want to deal with this army right now because there's another army nearby, Sunsei, and this is over by Shangyong Weapon Craftsman, the famous Shangyong Pass. Well, that is correct. That's how I feel about it. And of course, you can see a lot of enemy here at Cao Cao. Holy smoke, you can see multiple enemy forces. 3 armies approaching. Holy. So, right near Chen that we just took, you can see multiple armies. Sun Ren, Cao Pi, as well as Yin Lu, or Cao Pai. Approaching from Yang Cao and Chen, as well as right nearby, those 2 armies that had been decimated from the battle with Liu Bei, surrounded here by 2 enemy armies, Kingdom of Wei. And I think the best move might be to target the 1 army of the Kingdom of Wei here. So I think that would be best. So maybe we aren't going to be sieging Chang'an. That might be next episode. But we will be sieging Donglai. I think that's going to be the last battle. Let's take a look what we can do here.
cleave with sword. On the march! Remain pure. To battle!
Valiant defeat is what it predicts. If we don't have a siege engine. 2,774 plus 2,254. Taking on 5,654. So we might have to wait till next turn. I think the better of it would be to get a siege equipment. Change the fate of the battle. We're gonna continue siege. I think that might be the best bet. And then, of course, we also have that other army to deal with here. Su Fei from Gongsun Zan, traverse near Baihai. We're gonna move one of our forces to Baihai, leaving Taishan open, and I think we're actually gonna raise an army here. I think that would be best. In fact, I want to raise a couple armies. That might be better. Yeah, Huaizong. I think we'll leave him to recruit for later on, as well as Xinqi. And we'll just decide to go with a new general. That would be best. Zhao Chu.
Serve the people.
Zhao Chu. We can also go with Gu Wanlan. We do have 49k to work with, so we got quite a bit of coin. Qi Yuan Chang as well. So we're gonna recruit more units as well. What can we recruit here? Fervent Defenders, medium halberd infantry. I like that. We can also recruit People's Warband, Alex Wielder Vulgars, Faith Preservers, Huang Lao's Paragons. That sounds good too. As well as, let's get some cav here, Righteous Vanguards, Heavy Spear Cav, and then also some medium sword cavalry. We'll get some Ba veterans, some light spears, and also some archers, Holy Arrow Archers. We're gonna go with, so that'll be good. We got that other, so Taishan isn't undefended. But then we'll also raise up another army over right near Donglai, because that is right near those armies from Cao Cao. What the heck? 20 generals recruited, is that it? We've reached the deployment limit this season. Oh, that is a freaking shame.
Stay fixed!
Impossible.
At least we got one of them there. We are kind of
My blade is poised.
group together these three armies, which right near Chen. And of course, Cao Cao still has those forces up in the north, deciding to move past, and does take Lu Yang, a lumberyard from Gongdu. And that is interesting. You can see a lot of Gongdu forces hanging around, decimated. But they have some other, a couple armies as well too, in the distance.
I shall not waver.
We'll upgrade some of the generals. Jianpu. I think we'll go with Fanaticism. +5 Resolve, +3 Cunning, +2 Enlightenment, +8% melee armor piercing damage, +8% melee damage, +5% replenishment. And then other ones... What else is it going to be? Zhonggu. We'll go with Opportunism, +5 Resolve, +3 Cunning, +2 Enlightenment. Enables fire arrows, 50% post-loop battle income, 5% melee armor piercing damage, 5% ranged armor piercing damage. A tiger cares not where its meal comes from, only that it feeds. Bayan. 2 parties. That's always it. Resolution. Inspiration, +5 Expertise, +3 Enlightenment, +2 Enlightenment. +3 Authority, +2 Enlightenment. Enables Encourage, +5% income from commerce. Chase a bird and it will fly away. Be still and it will perch nearby. I don't know why. 3 Potters. Of course, we have these two armies over to the north, still trying to chase Chang'an. I'm going to move one of them. Try to move it back to Nanyang to rival that amount of Cao Cao forces, which are kind of hanging around. I don't want to and continue on with this one army to Chang'an. And I think I will leave it off with this one battle here.
Hold the breath.
We can try delegate, but that's the thing of it. This last battle will be. It's going to be Hang Xian and Ren Hui. Sadly, not able to get that Donglai battle situated. Instead, we're going to try and take out this Kingdom of Wei force, Shailan Yan, near Yangtze River. We don't have to worry about Sun Ce if we do it this way. 2,651 as well as 2,873 against 2,187. Yeah, so for example, I mean, I've been loving throughout this this episode and in some of these battles. I'm hoping that there is a decent regarding. I think there is. I mean, from my spiritual experience and Let knows that there's a lot of decent in regards to loving while doing certain kind of endeavors. And I think that there is a certain kind of natural loving in regards to certain physicals that happens as well too. Maybe more than certain physicals. I'm saying, technically speaking, the spirit, a lot of physicals on this physical planet Earth. As you can see here, we got quite a decent amount of forces.
You are too pathetic to survive.
We got 4 units White Wave Horsemen, 2
Talk all
units
you
Yellow
want.
Turban
You are
Warriors,
still
plus
going
another
to
2,
die.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12 units of Yellow Turban Warriors. We got a lot of Sacred Garden Watch this time too. 4 units, and another 2 units of that. Also some Faith Preservers, Axe Wielder Vulgars, Yellow Sky Heralds. We have some Holy Arrow Archers. That light bow, it doesn't feel like light bow at all. It feels like heavy bow. To a certain degree. Maybe it is light bow, but the amount of kills it can yield is a lot.
You are
Usually
finished.
high kill count the arrow
You
archers.
dare to speak to me?
Archers.
Our victory grows ever closer.
Cavalry, mount up.
Miss one of the White Wave Horsemen trying to, or the Yellow Turban Horsemen trying to attack over on the east. Is there an oil spill here? There is an oil spill. And the spearmen end up traversing outwards only to see a huge cav charge here from the north from a shifting 4 cav units. Ooh. End up running right back into the flames. Oh, some of my horsemen ran right into the flames as well. Get out of there. So the spearmen put to the test with one of the generals as well on my side in the mix, causing that spear unit to just unravel.
The enemy warriors are running.
So the north is open. They got no defenders over there, and again we're spilling through over onto the east. And you see 4 units, Yellow Turban Warriors, attacking an Axeband unit right in the center of this Hang Xian. And our generals go berserk. Hang Xian has fallen, one of our generals. And you see berserk across the board here. In regards to our generals, you can see a huge clash happening in the south. Multiple units attacking one of the Giant Militia, Mounted Lancer Militia, Axeband. A lot of Axeband from the enemy on this one. Attacking Yellow Turban Warriors. Right in the south as they try to break through that entrance. You can see a lot of arrow fire on the enemy as well too. And of course that large amount of units that broke through in the east. We're going to send some cav now. Right in the west, those 4 cav units that end up decimating that spear unit. And we're going to see a huge cav charge. And they got some like crossbow artillery. They have some artillery here that's been sitting here and attacking us. We're going to attack with that horseman. You can see the enemy trying to shift here to prevent that cav charge right into the crossbow, and it's not going to fully work. There you go. No, it didn't work at all. They end up hitting their archers, and they end up shifting more units to try and compensate. Those Yellow Turban warriors, swordsmen, broke through in the east, and they're in trouble.
Attend! Unleash fury! The enemy unit flees! What cowards! Charge! Horses, stand ready!
The enemy gets decimated by way of another cav charge, shifting those White Wave horsemen and directing them right into the south, leaving the south, yeah. They're going to be able to slam right into those reinforcing enemy trying to flank those, there's the cav charge. Oh! The cavalry doing really well in this game. Yeah, enemies on the move. A lot of retreats happening. Couple units left. That last cav charge, and then cav charge. All three cav charges changing the game. Even the first one, in regards to that spearman unit. The spearman unit running away from that fire pit that was lit on fire with the general battling. And then running right into that cav charge. And that siege artillery get 161 for the enemy, but the White Wave horsemen getting 161, 182, 263, and 154, so almost about 600, 700 kills.
And it will be yours.
And when you lose 1,700, it's about half of what you lost in regards to those dangerous cav charges. Battle of Shangyong, weapon craftsmen deployed 5,524, lost 881, 4,643 remaining, 207 enemy captured. Kingdom of Wei, 2,187 deployed, 1,792 lost, 395 remaining. We're going to recruit. We're going to see if we can attack here again, a second time. And no, we don't have to. They're gone, and that leaves that one Sansei force over to the west, that near weapon craftsman Shangyong, and of course Chang'an in the north of that. You can see those forces still trying to get to Chang'an Jade Mine. We get that. We secure that. We don't have to worry about it anymore. And then all we need to do is worry about the southwest. And of course, we're going to see what happens with these emerging forces. 3 armies emerging to rival what we placed upon Chen. 3 armies against 3 armies. And then, of course, again, recruiting another army. Huaizong to shore up Huangshao as well as Jianpu upon another 2 armies manifesting from Kingdom of Wei. The north, as well, as seems to be a bit of a worry, too. We got a full army, Gongdu Alliance army right nearby, but I don't know if it's going to do much if they decide to shift southwards. And it looks like Kingdom of Song are emerging victorious in a lot of the battles near the Yellow River. Yeah. Thanks for joining.